Welcome to the Anime Sensei channel. In the anime world, there are certain stories that focus on the main character being some sort of an outcast, someone who should be hated and frowned upon. So today, we'll be talking about such anime. Hence the title, Top 10 Anime where the OP MC is hated by everyone. Now, shall we begin? Make sure you have pressed that like button. The first one on our list is Excel World. The main character, Haruyuki, isn't living a very social life just because he's overweight. He's often bullied, and so he finds solace in playing online games. But it all changes when one ordinary day he realizes that all of his top scores in a game have been recently topped by a username called 𝐒𝐻𝐻𝐸. She's the popular vice president of the student council, and after this occurrence, he's invited to the student council room to have a meeting with her on a supposedly important subject. Haruyuki can't decline. They meet, and 𝐒𝐻𝐻𝐸 explains to him that she wants him as a partner so that they can find out why a certain program called Brainwave was created. However, to do that, she must defeat 6 kings of pure color in the game and reach level 10. Just like that, there's a friendly alliance between Haruyuki and 𝐒𝐻𝐻𝐸. Chrono Crusade. Set in the early 20th century, the story takes place in America, which is going through a period of great change and instability. Notorious demons are popping up one after another, and so in order to counter them, an organization is formed. The New York branch of this organization is home to the young sister named Rosette and her partner, Cherno. Their job is to exterminate demons, and while they're indeed able to do it, they often end up causing far more trouble than what's plausible. However, what drives these two young individuals isn't a heroic pursuit, it's their dark past and why they must get to the root of certain things, as well as find a certain someone. Codebreaker. The main girl, Sakura, is a skilled martial artist. She's cheerful, kind, and has a distinct sense of fairness, and it remains so regardless of the situation. Until one day, when she witnesses something unreal. She sees people burning because of blue flames on her way home. She quickly calls the police, but later, there's no evidence to be found of any bodies, not even a trace of fire. However, things take an even more critical turn when the next day at school, a transfer student appears, and much to her dismay, he's the one whom she watched committing that act of burning people to death. She of course has a lot of headcanons about what this new student, his name is Ray, and before long, she realizes that he's totally different what she expected him to be. He's kind, and it doesn't take him long to become popular. Now what will happen when Sakura learns of what really drives this boy? Tate no Yusha no Nariagari. Imagine getting reincarnated to a fantasy world and then having the worst possible time of your life. And no, I'm not just talking about Natsuki Subaru from ReZero. We're talking about another man named Naofumi. For the longest time, he was an otaku who was content living his life reading and appreciating light novels. But then, after a sudden turn of events, he ends up in a fantasy world together with 3 others who are from alternate Japans. Each one of them is given a weapon, but the one who gets the shield is irrationally discriminated against. Naofumi can't understand this behavior, but he keeps trying his best to get along. Finally, he finds a companion who is willing to become his comrade so that they can both go on this adventure as they rid this world of the impending waves. But that's where it went wrong. The companion never had any intention of becoming friends with him. It was a false alarm, a betrayal. He's framed for things he never did, and just like that, he alone bears the hate of everyone around him. Now, what will Naofumi do in this new world? He is indeed all alone. Tonari no Kaibutsu-kun. This is a romantic story between 2 outcasts of different nature. One is an apathetic yet highly intelligent girl named Shizuku, who only cares about her grades and can often tend to be quite cold when dealing with others. Then there's a boy named Haru. He's a violent sociopath who got into a fight and had to stop attending classes. Both of them don't really understand human nature, and in that aspect, they're quite similar to each other. And to make things more interesting, Haru confesses his feelings to Shizuku right on their first encounter. Yahare Ore no Seishu Love. Youth is a lie. It is evil. Such is the philosophy of a young student named Hachiman Hikagaya. He's a loner, not in the sense that he's downright hated by everyone, but in the sense that compared to most other students, his existence is trivial. He knows it, and that's where he's created his philosophy of life. He's just come to scorn the idea of youth. However, when his dear teacher makes him join the volunteer service club, his life, as well as the lives of those around him, begins to change little by little. And then, at the end of their youths, what will have become of all of them? It is a finished story, separated into 3 seasons, and a fine experience indeed. Ichiban Ushiro no Daimao, Demon King Daimao. The protagonist, named 𝐜𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐥, transfers to a magic academy, and just like any other student his age, he dreams of becoming a hero so that he can save the world from the Demon King. Little did he know what was about to come next. On the very first day, as everyone vows to make the world a better place, it is suddenly prophesied that 𝐜𝐴𝐻𝐻 will become the Demon King. And just like that, his existence becomes the symbol of fear and hate. However, since this is a harem anime, things escalate quite quickly. But now that his fate is written in stone, what will he do? Beastars. Beastars is a good example of why you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. It is indeed an unusual kind of anime, but it's written and executed quite well. The cast of characters is comprised of animals, but they interact and act like humans. The dilemma of being a carnivore, prejudice, and self-discovery, and a supposed society where both carnivores and herbivores exist together in harmony. All in all, it is difficult to explain this anime through its premise, and for that reason, I wouldn't tell you the initial starting point of the story. Though if you're interested, you should definitely check it out. It's a psychological slice of life after all. Trigun. The main character, Vash the Stampede, is a man worth $60 billion. The reason why his head is worth so much is because of his bad reputation. Rumor has it that this guy is as merciless as one can get. He turns cities into wastelands and erases everyone who dares oppose him. Some even call him the humanoid typhoon. You can't expect to survive if you ever make eye contact with him, or so people say. But in reality, he's an incredibly likable guy who's never even taken a life, and he always tries his best to avoid violence. He has a donut obsession, and the story is about his life or death situations as he traverses through the wastelands of a planet called Gunsmoke. However, what will happen when his unspoken past comes to light and he's pushed to a breaking point? This anime is one of those gems that were never able to become mainstream, but they still hold the key to quite a refreshing and enjoyable experience. I, for one, definitely recommend this anime to almost every kind of anime fan. It's just that good. Inuyasha. Aired in the early 2000s, Inuyasha is a shonen that most modern-day anime fans almost never talk about. A sequel series just ended in March, but it failed to bring out the same level of intensity, brilliance, and emotions as Inuyasha. It follows the story of a 15-year-old girl named Kagome Higurashi. Her life ends because of a demon who throws her into a well of her family's shrine. But instead of hitting the bottom of the well, she somehow ends up 500 years in the past, when Japan was in the Sengoku period, and a wish-granting jewel is reborn too. But the jewel gets shattered because of another demon, and now Higurashi seeks the help of a human-dog hybrid named Inuyasha to help her recollect the fragments so that they don't fall into the wrong hands. There you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video and found something that you haven't watched yet. Now, make sure you like the video and share your thoughts in the comments section down below. And if you're new to this channel, you should consider turning that red subscribe button gray. I post regular content every day. In the future, I'm also planning on posting 2 videos a day. Also, before you go, I just want to let you know that I have an anime rap channel called Sensei Beats. You can find a ton of raps about some of your favorite characters, like Zoro from One Piece, Lee from Naruto, 𝐒𝐮𝐩𝐸𝐴 from Solo Leveling, and a few dozen other genuinely remarkable characters like them. They're frequent additions to this channel, so if you're interested, do check it out. Well then, see you guys in my next video. Until then, stay safe and watch anime.